Allow me to explain myself. What? I just... What? I don't even know how to start this video. I don't even know how to do this video. I'm not, I'm not following any points. I don't have anything written down. I'm just gonna talk. Okay, I'm just gonna talk off the top of my head. I'm just gonna speak and words are gonna come out of my mouth. Alright, so The Turning, right? The Turning is a movie that's not a movie. Because it makes no sense. I was out with my best friend, I was out with my girlfriend, we were like, you know what? Let's go see this movie. Yeah, let's go see this movie. Wrong move. I don't know how to explain what we saw. And it sucks because I've been looking forward to this movie. I'm not gonna lie. If you've gone to the movie theater in the last month or two, then you've definitely probably seen a trailer for this movie.
What happened to your last nanny?
Like I'd tell.
You need to take charge here, Kate.
I know what you're afraid of. Keeping the lights on won't keep you safe.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I was looking forward to this movie. It stars Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things and It. You know my boy Mike. He's picking up all these projects and he's doing stuff besides just being Eleven's best friend. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, hey, Mike. Hey, Mike. I'm ready to see what you finna do. Finn Wolfhard. You go after prestige movies. Yeah, that's you, Finn. You don't go after garbage. You don't go after Wrong move! I can't, bruh. I don't know what this video is. Alright, so let me try to make sense of this. The Turning is the most confusing movie of 2020. And 2020 just started! So the movie starts off with, these two kids. It's Finn Wolfhard and the little girl. I don't even know what her name is. Their brother and sister. And they live in this big, creepy mansion. You know, the usual. So we have the main character who's this nanny, basically. She works as a teacher and she leaves that job to become the kid's nanny. Fast forward like 30 minutes into the movie, she's working at the house now. The kids are the only people in the house besides this old woman who's like I'm not sure, she's like basically the maid of the house. She's creepy as hell. The kids are creepy as hell. Everything is creepy as hell. She's starting to see things around her, and Finn Wolfhard's character is basically like the biggest dick in the movie, okay? He just cannot stop bothering the nanny. And you're like, okay, this is pretty good. Like the setup of the movie, I'm not gonna lie, the first 20 minutes were actually kind of like stuff. It was pretty nice what they were trying to do with some of the camera movements. The pacing was a little bit off, but like they were doing a lot of these swift movements. And usually when a horror movie does a lot of swift movements and not like the just stereotypical boom jump scare, then you're like, okay, they're doing something different here. But about 45-50 minutes into the movie, it started derailing from all of that. All the jump scares started becoming pretty typical, pretty standard. They weren't really scary anymore. They weren't really doing any unique stuff. And oh man, the quality. Bro, dude. Oh my god, bro, the quality just dropped. It took a nosedive. Yeah, so the quality about an hour into this movie, it gets pretty bad. Did Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed have better CGI than this movie? Probably. I'm not gonna lie.
Bring it. You brought it.
I'm sorry. Hey. Spoiler. If you still want to go see this movie, spoiler warning right here, right now. But newsflash, you probably won't. So she finally sees the ghost. She's starting to understand what's going on, and throughout the whole movie, you're still kind of like confused, but you can kind of make some sense of it. I think I said nigga, what, and what about 5 times in a span of 10 minutes at one point during this movie. Because so many weird things started happening and characters just started doing weird stuff that I had to be like, what is going on? Like, I was so confused, and it was kind of getting to a point where it was funny. It was laughably bad. But it was still like, I was still waiting for the hook. Like, I still felt like, have you ever watched a a movie and it's kind of confusing like this towards the middle, but you know they're probably gonna end it in like some super intelligent, smart way. And you're like, all right, there's a hook behind all of this, right? That's what I was kind of thinking at one point. I was like, all right, there's a hook behind all of this. There's gonna be something more. It's gonna make sense. Please make it make sense. And it started feeling like it was making sense. You know, the ghost that I mentioned that she was seeing, it was just nightmares. So she wasn't actually seeing it when she thought she was seeing it. But we still were led to suspect that something is going on. So the house is haunted, but the times that she's seen it haven't been real yet.
Hold on, what?
So I'm like, all right, maybe they made the quality bad and the lighting dark on purpose so that we're like, so we realize, okay, this is actually happening and this is not happening. And I'm like, all right, that makes sense. Of course the CGI wouldn't be that bad. And so then we get towards the end of the movie, all right? The characters are ready to make a run for it. The nanny takes the two creepy ass kids and she's like, let's get the hell out of here, Scoops. Like, let's go. And they're driving off, they're booking it. And you're kind of just sitting there like, all right, this ending feels rushed, and it's not as good as it could be. This movie is kind of bad, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm content with this. If this is how they decide to end it, I'm gonna just be like, damn, it was kind of bad. Now I understand why January movies get a bad rep for their name. Now I understand why January movies are always called garbage. But, I mean, it was okay. They had a few moments back then and a little bit there. But no, the ending doesn't actually end. She makes a run for it, and then literally, and I kid you not, literally, the movie goes backwards. It rewinds that whole ending scene, the last 5 minutes, it rewinds all of that to like a whole 30 minutes before, where she's sitting in a scene that we've already watched, and it makes no sense. They don't explain it whatsoever, and there's like 2 minutes left to the movie after that, and it ends. Does anything I just said make sense? No. But how could it? The movie makes no sense. And what made it even weirder was that after that weird ass ending, my friend and my girlfriend and I, we were so confused. We were like talking about it. We were sitting there in our seats for a whole 5 minutes after the movie ended. While the credits were still rolling, we were like, what did we just watch? What is going on? What does any of that mean? And the rest of the people around us in the theater are getting up and just leaving. No one's talking about it. Not even a single conversation. I didn't hear anyone having a conversation but us. So not only was the movie confusing, but the audience that watched it was confused. We're all confused, talking about what the hell we just watched, and everyone's just getting up, packing their bags, leaving. Like, what? Excuse me? No, you're gonna come back here and help me figure out what we just watched. Yeah, that was the turning. Once again, the most confusing movie of 2020. And 2020 just started. And honestly, it was the most confusing movie I've ever watched. And so my friends and I, we were talking. Keep in mind, I'm the film student here. I'm the one who's a sophomore at film school right now. So my friends and I are trying to like wonder, like, what could have all of that meant? Like, is there something deeper behind it? Was there a deeper meaning? And I'm explaining to them, hey, look, the movie was garbage, okay? The audience should never have to wonder what they just watched and go to a third-party outlet or have the people who made the movie explain like, oh no, we were trying to do this, like this is what it meant. No, like that should never have to happen. If what you were trying to convey wasn't conveyed in the movie, that's your fault and you did a bad job. We were saying there's a difference between movies like Get Out, right? Get Out is a movie that is very smart, but it could be confusing to some people. Like I can see a few people who watched Get Out getting up and being like, huh? I don't really understand. Like, I could totally understand that. But the difference is those people missed key points in the movie Get Out. Everything in Get Out is laid out for you to understand. You can still be confused at the end, but if you rethink what you just watched, after a few minutes you're gonna be like, oh, I get it. So when they did this, it was really meaning that. And when they had the part with the auction, they were auctioning off the people with the brains and then blah, blah, blah. With this movie, we were still confused like 20 to 30 minutes after watching. We're on our way home, still talking about how laughably bad it was and trying to understand what they were trying to do. Like, we were trying to make sense of their movie. And that is Film 101 knowledge. That should never have to be the case. Your audience should never have to find out from another source what the hell they just watched. Now, of course, there's a difference when there's like theories or when there's like a small Easter egg that wasn't really explained, and you're like, oh, I wonder if that means something more. But the difference is that's an Easter egg. It's not what the actual plot was. If what the plot was supposed to be needs to be explained more besides the actual movie, you've done a bad job. So The Turning, negative out of 10. Not even going to add a numerical value to the negative. It's just negative out of 10. And yeah, I don't recommend that you go watch it, but honestly, if you do go watch it, I will say that it's probably the best worst movie you will have ever seen. Like I said, halfway through the movie, I started thinking, okay, this is just bad. Unfortunately, I wanted it to be better, but it's gonna be like a mediocre kind of bad sort of movie. And this ending, it's really rushed. I don't really like it, but I'll settle for it, I guess. I'm not gonna lie, I would have forgotten the movie in like 2 months, but with the way they ended it, I will not forget this movie for a long time because it's the most confusing thing I've ever seen. So yeah, if you want to go watch a good bad movie, go watch The Turning. Make sure to sub if you're new. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure to drop a like. Thank you for the support on the last video. It's actually going really well right now, and I appreciate that. It would mean the world to me if that can continue with all the videos that I'm going to be making. So make sure to subscribe and like for more content like this, and yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.